Hello, Lena. Welcome to week one of your training in data analysis for monitoring and evaluation professionals. I'll be using M&E for monitoring and evaluation as we move forward. You're welcome to Lere.The.Analyst Digital Consult, uh, the organizers of this training. My name is Omolere Beauty Olatawura, and I am the CEO of Lere.The.Analyst Digital Consult. Analyst with passion to impact knowledge. Course is going to last for 6 weeks. So first and foremost, I want to congratulate you on taking this step. Many monitoring and evaluation professionals collect data every day. They write reports and monitor activities, but only a few truly understand how to analyze data for decision making. The truth is this: being an M&E officer today is no longer about collecting data. The world has changed. Before, it was about collecting data, but now it has moved past that stage. So organizations now want professionals who can interpret the data they've collected, analyze trends, build reports, calculate indicators, and present findings clearly. And that is exactly what this training is tailored to. It is designed to help you achieve all of this. Over the next few weeks, I will guide you step by step from the foundations of monitoring and evaluation to practical data analysis using Excel and real-world M&E scenarios. The best part is that we are not learning theory for theory's sake. Everything we do in this training will relate to your actual work reality as an M&E professional. And let's look at some of the objectives of this course. And by the end of this program, you should be able to confidently create monitoring and evaluation frameworks. You should be able to track indicators and metrics. You should be able to analyze raw data, generate insights from reports. You should be able to build simple dashboards, and you become more data driven in your role. So for today, we are going to be laying the foundation. I will start by telling us what data analysis means. If I ask you, what is data analysis? What is your understanding of the word data analysis? The simple professional definition I'm going to give you about data analysis is: it is the process of collecting, cleaning, organizing, examining, and interpreting data to find useful insights for decision making. So you see that there are 5 processes in data analysis: collection of data, the cleaning of the data, organizing of the data, examining of the data, and interpreting the data. Why are we doing all of this? We are doing it to find useful insights. Okay, we are doing it to find useful insights for decision making. So let's move on to a definition that is M&E friendly. Okay, so in monitoring and evaluation, data analysis is the process of taking raw information collected from programs such as attendance records, surveys, beneficiary data, assessment scores, or monitoring reports, and analyzing it to understand what is happening, whether objectives are being achieved, and what improvements need to be made. Did we get that? We are analyzing all this data, all this raw information we've collected from programs to understand what is happening in the program or what happened in the program. whether the objective of that program was achieved, and looking at other areas of improvement. Okay, let's take for example, we want to train 500 women in digital skills. After the training, we collect raw data such as attendance record, test scores, completion status, employment outcomes. At this stage, the data is still raw. Nothing has been done with it. And raw data does not tell us much. It does not tell us much at all. So data analysis is what helps us to now answer questions like how many women completed the training. You will agree with me that some people will register, some will not come, some will start, some will not finish. So data analysis will help answer how many women completed the training, what percentage of these women attended regularly, did participants improve their skills during the program, what state had the highest participation, or what local government has the highest participation, what school had the highest participation, did employment improve after the program. When we answer these questions using the data, we are performing data analysis. And the simple approach is raw data, then you clean, you analyze, you derive your insights that will be used for decision making. For example, if you get attendance register, you clean errors, maybe typographical error in the attendance register, or maybe you have duplicated names. You clean all those things, because if you have duplicated names, let's say somebody registered like 2 or 3 times and you leave it there, your insight is going to be wrong, and it will also affect the quality of decision that data will give to you. So after you've cleaned the error, then you calculate attendance rates against those that registered. Then maybe after you've done that, you discover that only 60% attended the program. And then you say, okay, in future, we need to improve our engagement strategy so that we can have more percentage of people who registered to attend the program. Okay, so data analysis basically is the process of transforming raw data into useful insights for informed decision making. I hope we get that. I needed to set that foundation before we go to M&E properly. Okay, so I hope we understand what data analysis is now. So at this point, we want to look at what M&E, monitoring and evaluation, really means. Then we'll look at why data matters in monitoring and evaluation. Okay, then we'll look at types of indicators, we'll look at baselines and targets, and most importantly, today we will build a real M&E framework together. So let's move on. What is M&E? We already know what data analysis is. So let us understand what monitoring and evaluation actually means. A lot of people hear the term monitoring and evaluation and think it simply means collecting data. No, it is much deeper than that. Monitoring and evaluation helps organizations answer one major question: is this project actually working? So for better understanding, let us break this into two parts: monitoring part 1, evaluation part 2. And monitoring simply means continuously tracking process while a project is ongoing. continuously tracking progress while a project is ongoing. Think of monitoring as asking, are we doing what we said we would do? That is what monitoring is all about. Are we doing what we said we would do? For example, imagine an NGO launches a digital skill training for women. Monitoring questions might include how many women registered, how many attended, how many completed the training, were sessions held on schedule. Monitoring is continuous throughout the project. It happens during the project. Monitoring is continuous. It happens during the project. Then let's look at the other side, evaluation. Evaluation is different from monitoring. Evaluation asks the question, did the project actually create change? Did it create change? Was there an impact? That is what um, evaluation will bring out. Okay? For example, did participants gain digital skills? Or did employment improve? Did, particip- did participants become more confident using technology? Was the intervention effective? Monitoring tracks activities. Evaluation measures results and impact. So while monitoring is like tracking the activities, evaluation is tracking or measuring results and impact, the effectiveness. Okay? So at this moment, I want you to pause and think about your place of work. Ask yourself, what kind of programs does my organization run? And what kind of data do we currently collect? Is it attendance data? Is it beneficiary data? Is it assessments? Is it survey? Is it monitoring reports? Just think about that for a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I hope by now you've penned down what your um organization, the data your organization currently collects. So let's move forward. Why is data even important? Why does data matter in monitoring and evaluation? One thing I always tell M&E professionals is this: organizations do not make serious decisions based on assumptions. They make decisions based on evidence, and evidence comes from data. Without good data, you cannot prove success. You cannot justify your funding. You cannot convince donors, and you cannot improve intervention. So you can see that data is very, very important.